All right, welcome back to my channel. The only thing I have done is done a new page. If you don't know how to do that, you go to File, New, which I think is cut off of my screen. So it brings you here to where your design page settings are. I have the Show Print Border, which shows you everything it can print. So inside that, and then I come over to the right and put my registration marks on immediately. So I always bring it to the left, the top, and the right. See, I'm still inside that print border. I never touch this bottom one because it's already down by the print border. And then I thicken that up. So I always do type 1 and I leave it regular. I don't invert it, I just leave it how it is. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a rectangle. I don't care about the size because I'm about to go resize it. So you take your rectangle, then you come over here, which is the scale window. And then you're going to actually make the correct size in here. I take out lock aspect because I don't want it to move with the other one. So if I did want it to, it would, sorry, my cat as always. So anyway, the width in an Erin Condren is 1.5. And if you notice, that is the only one that moved. If I had lock aspect, then the height would also move. So the height is a 1.9. So this would be your box, essentially. Just go ahead and zoom in for my next part. So this is the actual box. So for me, I always like to create a border for the silhouette to mess up because it does. So I always go to the offset, which is kind of that octagon offset, and that's quite a large offset. So I usually do 103, excuse me, just 03. So it creates a small border. Here would be my best advice for you to do this now instead of later. So click on your outside one. So this is the outside one. Go to the cut settings. Choose no cut. That will save you in the long run. So if we zoom in, you can still see you have that red border, but this one's like a darker one. So that is where it's actually gonna cut. So this part won't cut. I have done this so many times where I think I've already done this and I end up cutting both of them. So it's double and then it's just a mess. So now we are going to fill in our outer square. So just click on the outer one, and we will do some green. And the reason I chose the outer one, just in case you decide to use this one as another file. So if we move the inside one, it's still clear. I guess we move the outside one to show you the inside. So now I'm going to duplicate it, which is this guy right here. Replica, and I am going to move it to the right here. And then I like to give it some space. Oops, sorry. So I do shift and then the right arrow key. Now I'm using a Mac. If you're on a Mac, you can use the command and arrow key, and that will duplicate it for you, up or down. So that is what I'm going to show you. So again, if you don't have it, it would just be the duplicate right. And so I'm going to do 8 boxes, and then, so I have 4 at the top and then 4 on the bottom. And then you can duplicate below. And I always add a little space. You don't really need space. I just think aesthetically it looks better because you have that border. So you could have them a lot closer. So now I am going to change the color of all the boxes. Oh, my cat really wants to get in here. So I'm just gonna do kind of an ombre effect. So I'm just, again, changing the outside of where we're cutting. So this technically is done. You made it. You made some stickers. So I always like to zoom out and kind of center them. And then we would go to your cut settings. Again, we will zoom in and see that we are only cutting inside that box. And then you would go send to silhouette. Mine's not connected, as you can see. I guess we'll do cut settings. So I always use white sticker paper. Silhouette brand it just is what it is. These are my settings because my blade is a little bit duller. So you would choose whatever settings work for your silhouette because each blade is different and each silhouette is different. So example, most people have it on 2. So you would just come here and change it. And then speed, that's how fast it would cut. For full boxes, it can be faster, but if you have a more intricate, detailed item that you're cutting out, let's say maybe a weekend banner or some circles, some icons, you might want to slow the speed down. And thickness is the thickness of the sticker paper you're using. You can get Avery labels, Digi Orange from Amazon. You just gotta mess around with the cut setting. So I like to do a test cut if you've never cut before and you can figure out your settings. So just do a test cut. And if you have scrap paper that you tried this and you didn't do a test cut and it just all messed up, it's fine. The test cut is gonna go right in this corner. So if you've already messed up your design and printed out and it didn't work, then it's perfect. Just use that paper, just cut it, and you can cut it into like 1-inch squares and you should be able to do that as a test cut. Find your settings and then come in and cut in here. Again, with that border, you're giving yourself some room. So let's say it accidentally cuts to the right a little bit, you still have some space. That I would think is the most important thing with sticker making, is giving yourself some space so you can allow the silhouette to make mistakes and you're not having to throw that sticker paper out. I've made many stickers before, and on this channel I've showed you stickers, so I'm not going to print and cut this, but this is exactly what you need to do to print and cut. And then I just take a slicer, like one that you get from Michael's. This is a Friskers. No. Maybe. I don't know what the name is. And I just use it and slice the box. So it's pretty simple once you get used to all the settings and where you're going and all the commands. So if I missed anything, went too fast, or you want to see something else, just let me know. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.